we are live. Let me tell everybody to reload. Yeah. And ToxSam possibly might pop in here too. So and Anorak is a maybe too. So it's an interesting little round table here, huh? Yeah. He was out chilling. Yeah, possible transactions. But he did mention, he asked me if I was back on, so he could be coming back. He could be coming. I sent him the Zoom invite, by all means, if he wants to pop in. I thought I was really surprised how everybody did so great with those wearables, man. Like, that shit was cool. Yeah, man. Like KJ, Sam basically. I mean, Sam. Yeah, he was basically like the catalyst to everybody working. So it was like KJ remodeled the building, and the shit looked fucking amazing. And then they were models. So like Sam and KJ were models, and who was the other one? Somebody, was it Tok? I think it was Tok. That was the other model, and then what do you call it? And then I was on the video. We had a little like round table-ish feel on the video because it was like we had invited Anorak who did the. Yeah, it went seamless. It was like everybody knew when to talk, and it was pretty cool, man. It really, I was very surprised at how things worked out, man. I was like, hold on, I gotta, no audio for what? Oh, hold on, my bad, hold on.
What the fuck? You look ridiculous, dude.
I got it.
Upgraded.
Nah.
Upgraded.
Yo, Norman always hooks it up. Dude. Look at you. Oh, hold up. Oh, hold on. Will, you got that? I knew you were going to get them some crazy shit. Did you get the... Hold on a second. Did you get the Neo jacket? Because I was like, they made something for Will.
The Neo jacket.
Yeah, dude, I'm still in the womb right now, man. I need to unjack myself.
Hold on.
Yeah, I never noticed the spine part. Like, it's connected to your spine.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
that cool. Shit goes directly into the
what the fuck?
Spinal cord, yeah.
So what is that categorized as? That's like a hat?
That's
it's hair.
It's hair, yeah. It's technically hair. Yeah.
What
here we go.
hell?
I'm here. Oh shit! It's just Neo with hair. That's sick.
That's crazy,
man.
Yeah.
That's really well made, Dapcraft. Pretty solid shit.
Again, blown away by how everybody did. And when I seen that thing in like the prototype stage, I was like, stupid. And
I was
that
like,
thing
that
was
looks weird.
Probably it took like if you were gonna vote one specific item, not nobody's collection, but one specific item, that one has to take it. Like that shit was so creative, man.
Yeah.
Fucking killed it, yo.
Yeah,
so I was very happy to see that, man.
It's like that shit you've always preached about, Will. Like you're like out
like,
of this world.
Yeah, that's
not
true.
Shit you're trying to not expected real world shit, right?
Yeah.
Like it's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's true.
Which is pretty cool. Which there's nothing wrong with the real world shit too. Like the shit that Boss made. I mean,
oh man, the shit the Boss made is fire.
That shit's clean. Yeah. I can see that. Like
I can't wait to get his because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to get that mink. He put me in the article. So like, so I gotta imagine I'm gonna get the mink at some point, but yeah, the mink with the theater mask, that shit's gonna be.
You got fucking like Gucci slides and shit.
The Gucci slides, the Yeezys, and he call them the Deezys. Yeah, he's killing it.
It's crazy.
And then
he had a chain too, right?
What was that?
There was a chain. There was like a necklace. I think it was like part of the shirt though.
It's on the shirt because what he was explaining was in Shibu too, that separate necklace is gonna be kind of clinking with other wearables. Like you can have a wearable that doesn't work with that shit good, So they decided to kind of go away from that idea, maybe in the future or something, whatever. But attach it to the shirt. Okay, fine. It's not bad. But you see how it went down. I think it's cool. All the stuff really turned out really cool, and then ToxSam, the stuff that ToxSam did is so cool because, and hopefully he pops in here.
I was really hoping to get an alien head, but I didn't.
Oh, me too. I was just broke, man. I had bought a bunch of, so I got into crypto art this past month or so.
Yeah, I see that, dude. It's all over your walls and shit. It's crazy.
Exactly. Yeah. You see it all on my walls. And yeah, so because of that, I'm broke.
Yeah, how much does this stuff cost? Is it expensive?
Yeah, you can look at it.
Right?
They all say like the last sold, except for probably the ones that. Yeah.
So Franky, are these like unique builds? I mean, unique mints, or are they like?
Yeah, all the dollars. So I guess I can walk with you. All the dollars are one-on-ones.
You have one of holy shit, this is pretty cool. It's $100 bill with a bunch of weed in it. It's got a Supreme logo over it.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. So
that was funny.
So Steve Wan is like definitely a huge inspiration to me in general, right? So he put me on to like when last time I interviewed him, he was like, nice, Anorak's coming in a few minutes too. So he last time I did an interview with him, I asked him if he had like any parting words for the people in the audience, and he was like, "Buy crypto art." He's like, "That's what's popping." Yeah. And I was like, "Damn, usually like, this is not financial advice." He was like, "Fucking buy that shit, dog." you know,
dude, you got the fucking Winklevoss twins and shit tweeting match about the art world now. Like,
I didn't even know that.
Just go on Twitter, look up. I think his name's like Tyler Winklevoss or something. He's talking something about like some bull 3D animated, not 3D, like an animated art piece sold for like 55,000 yesterday.
Oh yeah. The bull, the Bitcoin bull, and that's what I wanted to. I wanted to talk about actually was let me pull my screen up. I guess
that's a lot of money, dude. 55K.
Actually, I want to share.
Who made it though? Was it like an artist, a well-known artist?
It had to be, right?
Oh no, I guess that doesn't work. I gotta share the.
You know who bought it?
Sorry. Nah. Do we know who bought it?
Yeah, it was like some museum in Somnium Space bought it.
A museum in Somnium Space bought that? Very interesting.
Yeah, so it's gonna be displayed in Somnium Space, dude. They're making moves over there, dude.
Damn, 55.
So this is Clark Kent's grandfather's joint, right? He made.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I heard
it's fucking sick, first of all. But so this one is up to, I believe it says it up top actually. It's up to 24 ETH, which is 24.2.
That's
ETH,
a lot of money.
Which is on the rise. So that was like 6,900 not too long ago. It's now 73. And it's been like a small bidding war going on between Whale Shark and a couple other guys. So this is pretty cool. This is actually really cool, obviously. I got let me go to this.
It was like little coronaviruses.
Yeah, little coronaviruses fighting. So I missed this one. I was so mad. I fell asleep, yo. I was watching I was hanging out at the Token Smart podcast and whatever, and like I fall asleep. Like, my hours are crazy. So I fall asleep, I wake up, and all these Wonder Woman ones were sold out, and I was mad as hell, man. I would have been able to get one of those. Missed out on that one, so I got a couple of these.
How much were they?
I can't remember now. In the $100 range.
Okay.
And then these ones, I got two of these earlier when they were like 0.15, I believe is what I got mine for. So, so this is super cool though. Like, I have the file actually. It's actually cooler than I expected because it's
this is his, who is this? Is like his uncle or his dad?
His grandfather.
His grandfather.
His grandfather. He did comic books and cartoon drawings for years, and he was like kind of doing the circuit, like the I don't know.
Man, we should have this guy on too, like just to get his thoughts.
Yeah, well, I had reached out to Boss about
obviously.
that. I mean, not Boss, to Clark Kent about that. And one of the things he said was, he's 90-something years old at this point. He, so I told him, he's like, grab a video, like, from him, just you talking to him, see if we can get, like, some sort of, like, correspondence, But, again, he's 90-something years old. But, yeah, so what this ended up being was something really cool. It's a whole comic book. And so when you get the file, when you buy the art piece, you can download the actual comic book. and it has all these sick ass drawings in it. So I thought this was actually even better than I thought what I was getting, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And so I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but it's sick. So it's actually like really thought provoking, I guess I would say. It's like people trying to escape death and not being able to. Very, very, very cool, you know. So
yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah,
especially that one for 7K. It was like, damn,
that's crazy. Yeah, but I mean, it's, you know, this is the art. If you've been following crypto art, this is what's going on. And again, that's what Steve, so again, going back to what Steve Wan told me, he's like, hey, you know, buy crypto art. And I started to so I'll take you guys to Rarible. He told me.
Yeah, we definitely need like a crash course education on this, dude. We're like so fucking uneducated when it comes to this part of the like NFT world.
So Rarible is actually it's like where artists do stuff when they're not on the major platforms, you know. So I'm just gonna connect to my stuff and I'll show you guys through what I've been doing. And so since Steve kind of put me on, I figured who's better to get stuff from but Steve.
So Franky, in a few words, what would you say are the differences between the platforms like Rarible and Super Rare?
So Super Rare, so Super Rare is like everybody wants to be on Super Rare. It's like the big platform, you know. It's a big vetting process. It's
So that's like the NBA versus.
Yeah, absolutely. Then you have like Maker's Place, which is where Jose Delbo's stuff is here. This is another one where, you know, like, so if you go to like my stuff at Maker's Place is basically the dollar bills you see on the wall here. And then I got these, and those are like, again, those are more, they're verified, that you're not gonna make another one and so on and so forth. It's like it's a higher, like a more verification process. In Rarible, people do with all kinds of anything, and so it's like a mixtape as opposed to an album, you know,
like SoundCloud or something.
Yeah. Let's say a SoundCloud as opposed to pressing a whole album. So like, you know, people do like what they call remixes. And so you gotta like sift a little bit more. Like it's not as easy to find dope art and Rarible because you don't know if it's gonna be a legitimate artist or some dude just doing anything. You know, it's basically the difference. So what Steve told me to do, he was like, you know, find an artist that, you know, you think is up and coming or something like that, and then support them early, and then, you know, as they move along, you'll be able to, you know. So what I ended up doing, I found this artist named Sorianto, right? This guy right here. He's got stuff on my fourth floor, right? And I got a bunch of his artwork. I thought it was dope, you know. And then sure enough, like in a couple of days, he started selling a lot more stuff. And then he, you know, now he's selling artwork for like 1 ETH when I bought my stuff for very much cheaper than that. So, you know, not to say that my stuff is going to sell for 1 ETH today, but if this guy's on the right path, then I might be able to sell my stuff for a lot more in even just a couple of weeks, you know. And this is what Steve was kind of talking about. So I noticed that Steve Wan himself was making artwork, and his artwork was like 2 weeks old, and he had just started making artwork. So I went through and bought all of Steve's stuff that I could possibly buy. And that's where you see a lot of my stuff upstairs is Steve's stuff.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are getting in this game. I saw Open NFT starting to make art now, right?
So me and Open have a project coming out on Thursday. It's fucking sick. Yeah. Let's see if I can get.
So like, how the fuck are y'all making this stuff?
Well, he's like, drawing it. He's the mastermind behind it, man. I just am some guy. But
so he actually has like drawing skills and stuff.
Yeah, skills. Yeah. I told him what he wanted actually. Open has
that's Toonpunk right there, right?
I have Toonpunks. Yeah. I have a bunch of Toonpunk stuff as well.
Yeah, there you go. That one.
So I've got
DCL Raver.
Yeah. I have a bunch of Toonpunk stuff that I bought as well, and he sent me a couple for doing some of the things that I've done over the time, which was super nice of him. So, but yeah.
So the thing that motivates you to buy art is essentially, if you don't know the person, it's like just its looks. It's just the aesthetics. You agree?
It's the aesthetics. Yeah, it's the aesthetics. Yep. Yeah, I
Okay.
would say so. And then
As long as it vibes with you, right? It's like music, same thing, right? Like
it's
if the
super
song
subjective.
vibes-
Yeah, it's super subjective, and you know how many mints the person makes. So like this is open stuff. He just did this one today, I believe.
So that's interesting. Yeah, I've heard, whispers of like music entering the NFT realm. Are there platforms yet about that?
So
Like,
I have the one that says Sugar upstairs. That one is it's got an audio attached to it. It's got like a club song attached to it. It doesn't play in DCL, but it exists. Like if I open it up in my in here or something, it'll play it. But yeah, so this is Open. Open's been doing some things. He sold a nice one to Steve Wan recently. It's a color version of this. So he has this, which is pretty cool actually. This is like,
I saw this one on Twitter.
Like all the influences.
Yeah, dude, he made us a building.
Yeah. Oh, did he? Yeah, look at you right there.
Yeah. Who's that next to us though? There's
Atari.
Is that
That's
what?
Atari. That's
We're sharing
Atari.
space with Atari, dude?
Atari is in Sandbox. So
okay.
Yep. So he made here. I'll show you guys what he made for me, and we're gonna come out with this on Thursday. And it has a
that
bunch
one right
of,
there.
Yeah, a bunch of references to my stuff. You see that Franky hat and like.
That's pretty cool.
And shit, yeah. So it's
who's that guy at the bottom right corner? Is that Macho Man Randy Savage?
Randy Savage, baby. Shit, who else? So I'm not gonna. That's a super sneak preview.
How many y'all gonna mint of those?
I think 5. I believe 5.
Oh shit, dude, those are gonna be expensive then.
Yeah. But yeah, so again, so I got into the crypto art world and I started kind of diving in and doing whatever I not whatever I could, but just understanding. I spent hours inside in crypto voxels now, just looking at art and trying to understand who is who in the game. Because if you wanted like a crash course on crypto art, you need to go to crypto voxels and just go check it out.
Now it makes sense why crypto voxels is so popping, I guess, because that's all the art is there, right?
All the art is
not
there,
all,
yeah.
all of it, yeah. That's crazy.
And then, so I'm in crypto voxels here. I'll show you guys a few things that I did. I'm in crypto voxels. I start making wearables because you can make wearables. Like you can just make them and they'll mint them like for you. There's not like a vetting process like there is in DCL.
Oh, okay.
What the hell? Where the hell did my thing? Let's big that up. So, oh wow, this is weird. Okay. So I made a few things. Yeah, I'm gonna run you guys through it. I made the championship belt, and this is kind of why the Macho Man Randy Savage thing.
Damn.
How's it going?
What's happening, ToxSam?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
What's up, man? Dude, it's been a while. It's Tox. I don't know what to call you, Tox or Sam, but
whatever, man. Both.
yeah, dude, it's crazy, man. It's crazy talking to you again because I don't know if everybody knows this, but you were the first person to join our Discord. Like,
yes.
Really?
I don't know if you remember that. Yeah,
that's
ToxSam
crazy. I don't even remember seeing you that much back then. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like,
I was probably like the
guy,
10th
dude?
person in there, something like that, 6th person in there.
Yeah, dude, Franky, you were definitely either top 5 or top 10.
Yeah,
so it's like the OGs are here. You know what I'm saying?
It was like cool. It was cool. It was just like a place where you can go and kind of talk. So that's the Bitcoin belt I made. So like I wear that one over my shoulder and then the other one around my waist. And then
yeah.
I think I saw the pictures of that. That's crazy. So this is a Vox editor.
Yeah, exactly. And then this is like a baseball cap that I got coming soon. And then I made some chanclas.
That's hilarious. So are these NFTs or what?
When they're minted, they are. Yeah, they're not minted right now. Well, the belts are minted, but the what you call this are not. Party's getting big. I need to move it over here. The belts are minted for me.
Do they have like a
chanclas
store?
and the hat or not? So yeah, there's just OpenSea. You know, you open
Oh,
sea.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it works.
OpenSea does it all.
Some dudes make their own stores and like they kind of like hook. It looks a lot nicer, and a lot of people do it in game, so they'll do their stores inside the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
Yeah, so.
That's pretty cool. So for sure, this space is growing rapidly. Is what I'm getting from this, dude. It's just so much. It's hard to keep up.
And then I got a. This is actually really cool. So I'm gonna be doing an interview with Coney Digital. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
I was able to like reserve one of his pieces for the new collection, and so I have like a one of his coming as well, which I'm super excited for. So I gotta imagine I'll do the interview around the time that I get that. So that's gonna be fun.
He does really cool stuff.
Yeah. So
earlier we were talking ToxSam. We were talking how well DCL executed the fashion show.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like a lot of work went into it, actually, like just from the scene standpoint, that they had avatars probably logged into a server that shared the avatar across all servers.
Yeah, HP hooked that up. I'm not sure how he even did that.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was interesting to see.
Yeah, right? Because now, technically, if they rolled that out, you could exist in every single server, but I'm sure that's probably not scalable, so it's probably reserved to those 3 or 4 avatars that were sharing the metaverse, or all the catalysts at least. But compared to the very first fashion show, like this one was much cleaner. And I actually spent most of the fashion show like in some random catalyst. That way I get to see like the whole show taking place. But I remember going into Fenrir Amber, and it was like a ton of people in there. Like,
yes, I was there.
Yeah, I mean, it was, yeah, exactly. It's like, man, it was really packed.
Mm-hmm.
So
you were there, Will? You were just in a different server?
Oh yeah, I was in a different server.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I didn't see you there, and I was like, I wonder where Will is. I thought that at one point, but I couldn't just like, Will, where are you?
Yeah,
like,
I thought I was like in my own server, but then I saw Sam there. I was like, wait a minute, what the hell are you doing here? And then Tack was there, and then KJ Walker was like, oh, okay, I get it. So they're on all the servers.
Yeah.
Because
So
the first fashion show, you had to like, everybody was sharing the same space, and then everybody was sharing the same, walkway.
That was some
HP
like, magic that they pulled like just before the event started, like whatever he did.
Yeah, Iman, you missed a good show for sure.
Yeah, I heard. But I definitely partook in the after show.
Holy shit.
The after show spending spree.
Oh,
The spending show.
Yeah, the spending show. I talked, man. I the first booth I went to to try and get one of them alien heads, dude, but they're all sold out.
They were sold out by the time you got there. Shit, I walked up there and I realized I was broke. That's when I realized. I pressed it on the alien head, and I was like, oh, I'm fucking broke.
I didn't decide the prices. It was the DCL.
No, and I'm not even mad at the price. I love that they're big. That they were up. First of all, the work deserves to be paid for, and second of all, I know that most of you guys are not going to be selling them outright, and the ones that are, more power to them. I love that too. I like seeing. What was that?
Yeah, but the percentage of the stock sold yesterday was the Decentraland stock.
Yeah, right. Yep, exactly. Yep.
So all the items that you purchase was mana that was burned. So that's interesting. So yesterday nobody of the teams sold anything. We had the chance. The Decentraland team asked us if we wanted to like sell them after the show, and I gave it a thought, and I thought it was I thought it would be cooler to, work with them later on, like giving them for rewards, for tournaments, or trying to sell themselves. So I think all the teams thought the same. So.
Yeah.
Hey, Daniel, Anorak here. I got my screen blacked out right now, but how did you guys come up with the price of each wearable? Oh, is that something
I didn't
that
decide it.
Decentraland?
No, Decentraland decided.
I wonder how
on it.
Decentraland decided on that price, because
Yeah.
I think they were fairly in the ballpark. Only reason I say that is because I had to purchase a bunch of legendaries for our recent tournament, and I spent around 1,500 to 2,500 for each one.
Yeah.
For legendaries.
Yeah, legendaries. So it was around the ballpark range, you know.
Yeah, when it comes to like, once the supply runs out of anything that's going for the low, there's no more low. There's just no, you can't do it. Like, so I always kind of use the Bitcoin glasses as a pretense because I know it so well. But like the Bitcoin glasses, man, I think it's like 50% of the people. I've done some research on the subject, but like 50% of the people have spent over 3,000 mana for Bitcoin glasses. So how would you even have anybody that can sell them for less than that? And then so then most people are going to be looking for more than that, and then that's kind of how it goes. With all of the wearables in their own right. So.
Yeah, I was surprised that they were. I was surprised that they were 1,500. I expected maybe 1,000, but just going off of what their items were in the past, and they had Halloween sales that were legendary, the pre-sale stuff that didn't even sell out, and it's been listed for months.
Yeah,
so
but I think that this was like
surprised at 15.
Yeah, I understand, but I think that these were obviously gonna be special, with with the Halloween stuff, it was just kind of like Halloween stuff, but these were specifically special, and I like that they put that weight on it, so that's cool for me, I mean, it made it so I couldn't get any, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, they'll always go down as the first, community, like licensed wearables, right? Like, so they'll always have that attached to them.
So it was, I think it was good. I think the whole event was great. I literally loved it. Like everybody killed it, and I talked about it on the show. Like everybody had their own angles, and they hit them, like knocked them out the park. So. Nothing felt or looked the same on any level. And then we went to Anorak was with me today. We went to Carl's spot and hung out, and we were like, just like people were just cycling through their wearables, and shit was sick. I was like, man, and somebody had brought that up too. Anorak, it was saying it's funny how a simple thing, a couple little wearables changed everything. It really did.
Mm-hmm.
It changed the way you can look. It gave it so much more variety. So,
what's crazy about it too is it's got me wanting to buy even more wearables that have been around longer. Because now I got this new stuff, and I'm like, oh man, well this would look really good with this new item I got.
Right.
So I'm wondering how this stuff affects the existing wearables market. It'll be really interesting. Obviously, gas fees are just crippling us right now.
Yeah, really.
But yeah, it's fun, man, because it does give people a reason to come out to the some of these other events now, just show off all the stuff that they spent all that mana on.
And legitimately, that's what we were doing today. We were hanging out, switching outfits. That's why I'm in this. I never wear this, but we were just switching outfits, and I was like, I got wearables. I don't have the new stuff, but I got all the old stuff. Switching it up.
Yeah.
It was fun, man. We had a good time.
Yeah, it was nice. Daniel, how did it go from your end? Do you guys think, because all of us community members, we just kind of sit back and relax and enjoy the show, but was it as smooth from your side of things, or was it crazy hectic for you, this whole process?
Not really. We had some time that we had to make the avatars, make the the 3D models right away, because we knew that we were chosen for the license some time ago, because Tupac told me hey, you guys do amazing stuff, or just I think you guys will be doing some cool avatar designs. But the moment arrived, and apparently the rest of the team had their things already done, and we had to do everything in 1 week or something, because we know that we needed to do them, but we didn't sit down to decide when, or there was no structure or anything. So it was something that we wanted to do, but we had to rush it. We also wanted to I explained it yesterday. We had some issues with the long jacket, because I wanted a long jacket. You know, I really like long jackets, but talking with Shibu, we don't have like how to explain this. When you see a long jacket in, for example, VR chat, and you see the long jacket moving, right? Like physics moving, and you see, you know, in real life, a long jacket has these waves that creates when you walk, right? That's not possible yet in Decentraland. You have to have like dynamic bones, or you know, some kind of shader, or the stuff that you have to develop, and that's not available for now. So we have to do it as long as we could, but not but so it doesn't look bad when you walk, but you also don't have to like have some issues with legs, because the legs can look weird if you make it long, but it doesn't move. So that was the main issue. We have to like tweak it a couple of times, but on our end, it was. I'm gonna say we're pretty busy these days. We're moving offices, so I was not very on top of this. I was just following the lead of the rest of the teams, and it was not a crazy stuff for us. It was just going there, seeing the rest of the teams, seeing the show, and also seeing the people buying. I was actually surprised that the cats went out like super quickly, and that was fun. We were expecting like you know, we didn't expect to sell maybe the half of them, but
yeah,
you know, I'm not very optimistic on that front.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to where.
Yeah, I mean, I knew when I seen that alien head, I was like, man, that thing's gonna sell. And then when you pulled out a cat head, I was like, oh man, this is it.
Yeah,
this is it. I told Joe today, Crypto Joe, I'm like, yo, that's the money maker right there, man. That fucking cat head, and that's gonna be one of those that sells for a lot one day.
yeah. I was saying that hopefully they make these wearables a little bit more dynamic, so that we get, like you're saying, Daniel, where when you wear a trench coat, when you walk forward, there's actually like some physics to it, or we can have, you know, some orb rotating around your.
Will
like,
in his
belt or
orb.
something.
He wants this orb bad.
How does the like design process work though? Like it's like Decentraland provides you with like a bone structure, and then you kind of just go with that as a 3D modeler and create.
Yeah, there is this PDF that they released some time ago about making, you know, wearables, and you can look it up. It's something somewhere in the Discord is for sure.
Yeah.
This PDF where they explain how to create, but basically they give you a base mesh.
Oh, yeah,
and then on top of that base mesh, you can create and modify. Also, the bone structure is pretty similar to Mixamos, which is like, it's not a standard, but it works like a standard for any platform, because you know you need like humanoid rigging is all the same. They all have the same bone structure. You know, you have spine, you have forearms, you have arms, you have fingers. So it's pretty much the same for all everything. So what we did was, you know, take that base mesh, work on top of that, and see how it look inside Maya, see how it look inside our renderings. We use Marmoset Toolback for some of the renderings. We also tried it into Substance Painter, because most of the designs of the texture are done in Substance Painter, so we, you know, it looked good there, and that was pretty much it.
This is pretty advanced. You just dropped like 5-6 different steps that go into, you know, creating one of these. You know, it's not as easy as, I mean, you know, some kind of like a easy to use editor where like you just kind of like play with it a little bit and like a wearable.
Yeah, I think in the future what Decentraland should like strive for will be like making a template, you know, like an UV template of a t-shirt maybe, you know.
Yep.
And people can just drop the texture, download the, you know, I don't know, a Photoshop image, and then work on top of that, and then you can like mix the 3D model with the 2D texture and create your own mint.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All the t-shirts will look the same, right? All the t-shirts will look like have the same shape, so there is no point for doing different shapes, unless you want to have something different, right? But if they wanted to like allow more people to create their own t-shirts and stuff, they could do that. That's one option I've been thinking about lately that would be really good for, you know, maybe 2D designers that don't know about 3D, or maybe
it'd be good for someone like us, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Our team, like, we have tournaments semi-regularly, but we're not 3D modelers over here. You know, I dabbled, you know, if you played Pac-Man or whatever, that Ghost is my masterpiece.
Yeah, no, and I think that would be good for like what you guys talk about, like you know, you want ones that are gonna be kind of easy accessible, like for like, let's say prizes or some shit like that. But then you know, you also want crazy stuff like the shit that Will got on his head, you know.
Yeah.
That would be something that, and then you.
Yeah, but you can never make something like that though, right? Like in some kind of like easy to use editor.
I doubt it.
Yeah, that's like some high level.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the point of what's more valuable. When somebody puts that much time into something, then there's the value in it. And then, you know, when you have a something that's like a, you know, easy paste, copy paste type situation, then it's like, all right, you know, this is
less.
You feel less like a big deal to give that out as a prize. Yeah, give that out as a prize. You know, that's great. It has, you know, the picture on it, whatever.
It's like the value in that specific world is probably more like in the brand itself, right?
Yeah.
Rather than the art of the wearable itself. Like the actual art of the wearable has its own value.
Yep.
And then the branding is separate, you know.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's interesting. I like where this is headed. Yeah. And like I said, I spent a shit ton on it. I think a lot of people are kind of surprised. Like that, it's like next day syndrome, where like you know, you start to realize like, holy shit, I spent a lot of money. Like you didn't think about it at the time.
That's exactly how I felt like when I walked up to there, because I was like, I thought I'd be all right, and then I was like, oh man, what am I doing? Like I spent. Not what am I doing? I'm very happy with what I spent this past month or so.
Yeah, you don't really think about it when you're
spent a lot of money on crypto art. Like I mean, it wasn't just mana for me; it was ETH. It was like, you know, I spent a ton of money on crypto art in the last, you know, month or so. So again, happy with my money spent, but you know, woo.
You spend it on Rarible? Did you spend it on Rarible?
Some on Rarible, but I got some really fancy stuff too. So
okay. Because you know, have you been following the Rarible stuff?
I know what's up with Rarible, but at the same time, like the stuff that I was showing them earlier, ToxSam, that if you go, I don't know if you're not in the world right now, but if you were to walk in my building, a bunch of the stuff that I bought from Rarible was actually from Steve Wan, and I just thought it was cool that he was making crypto art, so that's the reason why I got his stuff, and I think that would hold up, you know, so. I ain't tripping on Steve Wan doing a bunch of remixes and weird shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
ToxSam, I don't know if anybody's asked you this or we've talked about it anywhere else, but I know you guys, Polygonal Mind, are almost every day posting like a new avatar. You know that they obviously don't exist in Decentraland. I think they exist like in VR chat, right?
Yes.
But you have like a new platform you guys are either working on or you've already created, right? Where these are like NFT avatars, aren't they? Can you speak a little bit more about that? Because that sounds like it could have some future value, you know, especially to us.
Okay, so there are two different things right now. What I'm doing is the 100 characters challenge, which is also avatars. But they are not avatars yet. We have to properly prepare them for being avatars. We have to convert them into the format that we want to, and then all those avatars will become open source. That's the main goal for them. Like, this is the second time we do it, so they will be open source. But yes, we are developing a platform called Crypto Avatars, which will release on mid-September. Okay. And will contain these characters, but we will create a different version of them, and we will mint them specifically with NFC 721. So they will be in a format called BRM, which is based on WebGL, and it's also open source. So, you know, it's not proprietary right now. Most people use FBX, which is Autodesk property, so it's good. I don't think they will do anything, but if you want to develop on it, or if you want to, you know, it's Autodesk's idea. So I didn't want to use that into our platform. So yes, about crypto avatars, what we will do with that is basically a platform like, I will say, like Super Rare, where people apply to be avatar designer, and they have to show off that they can do it, and also show that they are the person that they talk they're saying, right? So they will have like a manual onboarding process where we will speak with them, verify their identity online, like, this is your Twitter account, this is your Instagram, this is your Twitch, you're telling the truth, basically. And then you can prove that you can do an avatar for your own. We have tutorials in our website that will be transferring to the new website, to crypto avatars. So everything that has to be around avatars will be in the new site. And you will be able to learn through us how to make avatars. But if you want to sell on the platform, you have to show off that you are, that you know what you're doing, because this is one of the things we want to promote is people who do really good avatars. They can have like a niche platform where they can sell their own avatars for good money, because right now all the platforms that they sell, they're mixed with a lot of people. So if you are a buyer of avatars, it's a bit of a shame that you go and buy an avatar and it's not ready for implementing, or
Yeah.
So we wanna have this technical level barrier to enter. But maybe in the future we will try to lower down the barrier and maybe doing automatically. That will be awesome. I don't know how to do that, but
Yeah.
So the VRM file format allows us to use the avatars into VR chat, also to use them in other platforms. Decentraland will be one of those platforms sometime in the future. I don't know when. Maybe you will be able to use them as NPCs for a month, for time. So that's our goal. Our goal is to give platforms for avatar designers that are already creating avatars for commissions and stuff, and pretty much to sell our own avatars, because that's the only thing we know how to do. And I've been looking for a way to promote our studio and promote our work in a way that is good for us and fit interoperability without being tied to any platform success, and be independently successful.
So this interoperability are you making different avatars with the restrictions of each of their metaverses?
No, what we took is consensus. We took all the metaverses, see what's the lowest limitation of any of them. For Quest, that's my main goal. Most of the avatars must be wearable on Quest, so they have to be kind of low poly-ish. And that's the main goal. So they can, if they can work on Quest on VR chat, there's a high chance that they will also work on Mozilla Hubs, for example.
Yeah, like the ones that we've seen so far, the ones that are the 100 you've created already, are those good examples of Decentraland compatible, or are they too high?
No, they are compatible.
Oh, they are. So they could literally be running around in Decentraland right now if
yes,
if implemented.
Implemented. Yes. They have less than, most of them have less than I would say 3,000 polygons.
Okay, cool.
When I say polygons, I say triangles, but yeah.
Yeah. Branding. You gotta say polygons.
Triangles.
All polygons.
But it's different because when people is learning and there is two counts, right? In Maya you can see two polygons. You say polygons and then you see triangles. When you talk too much about polygons, people start to look that as the kind of the way that the things counts, but it's not, because usually when you are modeling in quads. So a quad is two triangles. So you have to be, I'm very strict with when I talk about triangles, because I have a lot of people in the studio come up, and this is kind of the first thing I teach them, because in the school they teach them wrong. They teach them they have to see the polygons, but no, they have to see the triangles, because that's when an engine tells you about polygons, it's talking about triangles, because the moment you import some kind of model into an engine, it triangulates your model. So it's never trust squats, only triangles.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Daniel, what is this just a style thing, like putting it inside the old like browser looking thing?
Okay, so what you're looking now is the preview, is like a placeholder we're having, because we will be selling them through OpenSea. Yes, that's the style view for the 100 avatars NFT I'm making, but the final ones for crypto avatars won't look like this.
Okay.
Will look different.
All right.
Not sure, we are not done yet with the thumbnail, but it will look different. So let me share you something now that you're on crypto avatars.
Okay.
Because right now the platform is working on ring heavy network.
Yeah.
So maybe I can show you.
You want to share
one
the
of
screen,
the avatars that we.
Daniel?
No, I will share you the link.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
I'm sure it will work better.
Yeah, I got
while you're searching, Daniel,
Yeah.
let me ask you a question, because I'm trying to think of a way you can like implement these today. Like kind of like how the Moonshot Soccer Stadium, the actual soccer players were like astronaut avatars, right? So say like a game developer is creating a game that has, there's a Decentraland avatar, but you have to walk up to like an in-game avatar and play as that, can this marketplace be applied to these like in-game avatars? You know what I mean? As NFTs.
Yeah, we will have to talk about that with Decentraland. I'm not sure how to do that. I'm not sure how he managed to do that actually, but
because for instance, like we're developing a game, Chrono Zombies, it's been in the works for a while, and right now our avatars are just like rectangles.
Yeah, they're just cubes.
I saw that, recently.
But they could easily be whatever you want them to be, right? If there's something to put in place of these cubes, it just has to fit within the limitations, I'm assuming. I guess like
some of them are on the limitations, some of them will need like reducing. I'm actually reducing one of the avatars for one of the games that we will be releasing soon. Because the limitation on Decentraland is like really low, it's only 10Ks, and most of these avatars, like that baguette doesn't have many triangles. It's like 2K or something like that. But
okay, cool.
For VR chat, 2K is extremely low, but for Decentraland it's extremely high. So that's something we need to see how we can implement those into the Decentraland.
Okay, cool.
Actually, Decentraland is the worst platform for us right now because of the limitations. It gives you like.
What are the other platforms on your list? Like Somnium Space, right? Is one of them?
Yeah, Somnium Space is one of them. Neos VR is on my list too. I have to reach out to them.
Okay.
Am I making a profile?
We have also Mozilla Hubs. We know they work on Mozilla Hubs, so the VRM works there. So I will try to implement those also there.
Okay.
There is a lot of platforms that we want to work on, but I need to do some talking first. Somnium Space, I'm really interested in Somnium Space. I think they will work fine over there, and they fit right away with the crypto and stuff.
So this is like, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out what I got going on in front of me.
This is your profile.
Yeah, this will be my profile, right? So I gotta like.
Yeah. It will not let you do anything unless you create your profile.
Take that into the dressing room. I'll be right back.
Does the avatar implication, like making an avatar for a metaverse that's based in virtual reality with headsets and everything, does that change how you make your avatar, or is it all the same?
You have to take care of more stuff. Like there's this thing called biasness, which is the position of the face when you talk. Like when you, it's like adding how to explain it. So when you speak, right? When I'm speaking, I'm moving my mouth, right? So I'm sending sounds with different vibrations, and basically the new VR worlds can detect what kind of sound are you making with your mouth. So if you make an A, it looks like A. If you can make an O, it looks like O, right? So my mouth is changing. So biasness allows you to do that. You can prepare your avatars, so when you're talking, your mouth moves correctly through corresponding to your mouth. So what you are saying, right? So if you're doing an O, it looks like you're doing an O inside the word. So that's like more steps to add on top of character design. I will say that's the most painful part. But
so like integrating fingers into your avatar and matching that with like the little controllers that VR headsets tend to have, that's like pretty standard.
Right now, yes. For example, VR chat, it is. I mean, you have to test them, right? They always have issues. You will always find stuff that you may want to change once you are inside, and you know, for example, one of the issues is the hands maybe are too long and you have short hands. So when you close your hand, I have short hands too. So if you close your hand and you have a long hands, but you have a short hand in life, maybe it doesn't look like as good, because maybe, you know, the fingers clip through your arm or stuff like that. So you have to test them sometimes, but it's not like crazy difficult. It's more about spending time into making them look really good, more than another step that you have to add, because biasness really adds a lot of time into making this. For example, of the avatars I'm making every day, I'm not doing biasness for them. I will have someone in the team to make the biasness later on to prepare them for VR chat.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, because you don't want to spend a whole lot of like development time trying to figure out all the little details for every single one, especially if you're doing one a day.
Exactly. I'm just focusing on creating fun stuff, like, you know, breakdancing, or, you know, jam, or a plunger. That's the funnest time for me. I can do it really quickly. For example, the plunger, I created that in 10 minutes today. That was not an issue. It took more time for me to set up like the rendering and the environment than what I spent making the character, right? But because it's a challenge, it's about pushing myself into making more and more and more and more and more. But those kind of stuff add a lot of time. Like adding biasness adds huge amount of time. You cannot even imagine. It's a pain in the ass, actually.
Has Decentraland shared with you like what the next step for wearables are going to be, for like community generated wearables?
No, I don't know, man. I don't know anything about that. I would like to know. Because, you know, I'm always around, but you know, with Decentraland, it's always like that. Maybe they are working on something and they cannot speak about it, and then all of a sudden you have to rush to work on it. Or
did they approach you guys initially as one of the first 5 participants? Is that how?
Yes, they approach us. Like we are thinking of having like some teams to make wearables. Are you guys available? Do you guys want to work with this? You know, we have done, you know, avatars for everything, and you know, all of our work looks really good. I think that's one of the reasons that they approached to us. I think all the teams have been, if you take a look, all the teams have been around a lot of time in Decentraland. I don't think any of the teams was like new into the ecosystem. So I think they took people who have been around and have been building and have been doing a bunch of stuff. I'm not sure what will be the next. I am actually hesitant to see what's going to happen with the wearable stuff, because I'm not 100% convinced about this license model.
Really?
Yeah, really. For me, I think it will be easier to allow people to create all the wearables they want. But if they want to have like exclusivity ones, maybe they can have seasonal license that they can give each month to different teams. But for example, if you want to make a t-shirt of your company or a t-shirt of some kind of event that you want to promote, you should be able to do that without asking permission for the Decentraland team. You should be able to just create your own and mint it, and that's my opinion. I think this will be like a combined thing, right? Not just wearables license, but kind of allow people to do whatever they want, but also if at the end of the day, I think if you allow people to do whatever they want, eventually everything will fix themselves, because a flute market, I don't think it's going to be like an issue. Yeah. Maybe in the beginning it's like an issue, but 2, 3, 4 weeks will fix that, because people like a lot of money, which is a crypto artist, will come by and create their own shit and will be valuable because it's made from him. Yeah. And other artists will come, and other companies will be able to compete, free market, competition. So it will be more about branding than licensing. I kind of get the licensing in the beginning, because we have to run a lot of issues making the avatars. So maybe this first license to create like a good documentation base for people to learn how to create the wearables is actually really good, because with crypto avatars I'm kind of doing the same thing. I'm boarding manually people, so I can trust these people to create avatars that are at least technically good enough to be sold on the platform.
What's the process in because right now you created these wearables, and essentially these wearables are Decentraland wearables, meaning they're Decentraland NFTs. So do they just send you a link to mint the remaining 60%?
I'm not sure how they will do it. I think they will mint the 100 and they will send it to us. But maybe some contract that they allow us to like mint whatever we want. I'm not sure yet.
Because
we're still waiting for that.
Here's what I'm speculating as to why they're doing licensing first and then eventually likely going to open it up is they need to create a user interface that allows people to submit their creations, their wearables, and they have to, and that interface has to interact with the smart contracts that generate the NFT, so that you have to have the NFT in order to have the wearable like on your avatar. So I'm pretty sure this first run with the first 5 companies who have these wearables, these community generated wearables, they're going to be testing eventually probably the interface for this process, so that anybody can mint wearables. So I'm speculating, of course, but I'm thinking that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, could be. All I know is we gave a lot of feedback. I mentioned we tried to push the limitation. I know the other teams have done crazy stuff, like the Neuralink guy. Yeah. When I saw that one, it was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I didn't think it was that dope until I seen it in the show, and I was like, oh my god, that's fucking sick.
Yes, because
complete 180. Like I was like, that's like when I seen it on like in a design, I'm like, and then when I seen that shit on stage, I was like, whoa, that's awesome. I'm glad I'm glad it went that way.
Someone else has it.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Are there like 2 different colors?
Yeah, you can change the color of your hair, and changes the color of the the wires.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Fudgernaut. Oh, sorry, I can't say your name properly.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Fudgernaut? I don't know, but he had one on just now. It was like brown, and yours is like purple. See, that's great.
If I'm not mistaken, that might be.
Is this the first wearable you've worn?
Yeah, this is.
He's been rocking that standard suit for so long, dude.
He just attaches it to his Neo outfit and he's good.
That's what
Yeah,
you do.
I was when I first heard Daniel talk about this trench coat. I think during the
I literally I thought you were gonna already be like I thought that was gonna be bought. I was like, oh shit, yeah, that shit for Will.
Yeah, but no, I understand why you can't make it like a longer coat just because of physics and all that. So it would make sense.
Yes, the physics is a pain in the ass because imagine in the future you can sit in the Decentraland. That's one of the features I'm looking for. Like I make this chair and you are able to sit and see your character sit. Like it sounds so stupid, right? But if you create a table, you can sit people around and you can make fun stuff around it, right? So if you sit the character, the code will clip. So through the table and through the chair and through everything, so it is not going to look good enough.
Yeah, it's probably
so that's
to do
so
that.
if you cannot like bend it, it's not.
And plus, there's so many different kinds of chairs, like couches and like wooden chairs. And
yes,
it makes everything worse. So it's just better not to do that.
Yes, at least for now, let's see in the future. I'm really looking forward to see this kind of stuff that will be developed, like, sitting in a chair or, going through somewhere or, sleeping, like.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's
I mean, I'm sure stuff like that'll be, because it's just gonna be kind of by need, like, who was I talking to recently? I forget who it was. I think it might have been Esteban. And Will, you could maybe correct me. But he's talking about how things take a long, maybe it was Nico, like how things take a lot longer on the development side of Decentraland because they can't just be done because it's decentralized. Things can't just be done like with the swiftness that you would be able to do something in any other platform. So I think that has like a part that plays a part in like how these things are implemented and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then sitting on a chair is just like a representation of what you would really want these avatars to do. Like, for example, in our Corona Zombies game, you want your avatars to actually aim the gun and not just stand there with a gun floating in front of them, right? So it's important just to keep the immersion there. Just like in Second Life, right? You guys, when you went in there for the few minutes you were there, you felt immersed.
I felt overwhelmed, and I spoke with James about this actually more recently than not, completely off camera. Second Life, it needs to be a little more easy than that,
Yeah.
Like too many options can be a bad thing, and I think that in that case, too many options might be like it's its own thing, and it works. But what we have here, I think that the low poly design is actually really good for Decentraland because it makes things a lot more easier on the user. Pop a shirt on, pop pants on, take a walk, and it's not like well, I'm gonna spend the next 3 weeks of my life trying to figure out how to wear something, and then I can implement all these different moves and shit like that. But again, another 3-week process, whatever, So I think that there is going to be a level of what we're doing here to be more user friendly than that,
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, plus a lot of the community is building, a lot of the stuff that we're all going to be experiencing anyway. So it's to our best interest to make it user friendly as possible, because otherwise nobody's going to use it, right?
Sorry, who was the question?
I was just making a comment that like a lot of the stuff that is going to be built in Decentraland, not by the Decentraland team, like a lot of the tools, it's going to have to be user friendly because otherwise people won't use it. And so it's in our best interest to just make it easier and have a good try and make it fun.
Definitely. There's a lot of interchange in between developers. We wanna open source our guest book signed. That's been something that has been on our does leaks for a while. Also the text, when you know this feature, when you talk with someone and press A and this text opens you, that's something we developed and we gave to the Central team. So it's already happening. I think the tools that everyone is creating is eventually being sharing around the teams, and I think that's a good thing, because the more people think about and work on this, the faster this will develop.
For sure.
There are some things that I'm a bit salty about those kind of things, because they're not going as fast as I wanted, but that's totally fine. I think eventually they will be able, as you mentioned, that's the goal of the Central, right? That not the team of the Central is developing stuff, but the community is developing for building the platform, and the Central as a company or as a foundation or as an entity should not disappear, but just be there in case there's like any big issue or.
Yeah, that's right.
You were the thing is, all the teams were here today. We are not big funded teams.
Yep.
Right. I'm not a big funded team. I'm an independent developer. We have funds, but all the funds come from client work and the time we want to invest in any platform. So I think we are not seeing huge development, because the team who is most funded is the Central team, and it's already investing a lot of time into doing this kind of stuff. But the moment we start to see like big investment in big teams, or big teams moving into this kind of space, we'll be seeing cool stuff and big.
Yeah.
But also the issue is, if you're a huge team, why not make your own decentralized?
Mm-hmm.
I think that will be
right. That's more like you got to build a community in order to make your own decentralized, and I think
imagine you are a big team and you have like a lot of money, and manage to get a round of $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think with $10 million you are not able to create your own decentralized or your own community? Or I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think that there's a reason why this kind of stuff is happening right now. Like hold on.
For example, look about Sandbox, right? Sandbox was an experiment team from a company for French, and they decided to create their own metaverse version of it, but voxelized.
True, and they got a huge investment too. I mean, they're spawned out of a huge team already.
Yeah, but they have a lot of background doing game development, and they have a lot of proved skills about what they were doing. So I mean, the problem I see is most of the teams we are here don't have enough resources to invest enough time to improve the platform faster enough, or break things more often, or because we need to break things even faster, like break more stuff, so we find the issues. And so I think that's why it's going to be this slow, but eventually things will catch up. Things like the fashion show and the wearables will allow teams to get some funding, because if tomorrow I open a store and sell all the wearables, I'm not gonna lie, we will make some bucks, and that will allow us to be developing on the Central and maybe 2 more months, 3 more months, so that's a good thing actually. We can create things and sell them for the community, and the community buying them and supporting the teams directly through buying NFTs. That's the best thing.
Yeah.
But it's just started, right? It just started yesterday with something like wearables, and I mean.
No, we agree with you, man. That aligns 100% with MetaZone's whole value proposition is aligning incentives for creators of this metaverse. That's literally why we started MetaZone, because when we first entered this platform, we identified why there's a vast world of greenness, but where all the developers at, and knowing, or Core, our developer, we understand the value of developer skills. It's not cheap. It's an expensive skill. Most of these people don't want to allocate their time and skill to something that isn't going to generate them some kind of income, right? Because they have to support themselves.
Yeah, I talked to Lestrom during Moonshot. I was like, "What up, man? I heard from you in a minute. Seen you out there and shit." He was like, it's just not like to him it just wasn't worth his time. So,
yeah, it's like a that's the thing. But it's a real discussion that needs to be had, because it's a real problem, and it's not like fun to talk about, right? Money. Yeah. Nobody wants to talk about money. Everyone wants to talk about like cool stuff, like the cool events that's happening and whatnot. But yeah, what ToxSam is saying is it's true. Like if it's as simple as money. Like money drives everything in this world, and if it's all centralized into like one team, then it makes sense that we're all kind of like sitting around waiting for one team to develop the platform themselves, rather than the community as a whole. If the rest of the community is struggling, you can't really expect much from that.
The one team, took advantage of 2017 as good, raising the $20 million. So it makes sense that everybody's waiting around, because the community is not funded.
Yeah, it does make sense.
It's not going to be until we show some sort of like huge volumes in something.
Or until the DAO kickstarts,
Yeah, anything that is decentralized never started out 100% decentralized. So they've got to get their thing up and going before they can just like completely decentralize it. Oh, Luke's here.
Yeah.
Logan's here. So this is Logan from our Digital.
Yeah, I think for great decentralization, you need some kind of centralization in the beginning, like maybe to open the way. Okay, we want to go this way, and let's go there. But as you mentioned, the communities. But I think with you guys, with the MetaZone, now with the wearables, it is slowly growing, right?
Yeah.
It feels like forever, right? It feels like this has been but it's been like 4 months since the central launch.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we all have no patience. We literally all have no patience. Like it's been that long since the launch. Yeah. I haven't even been involved with this thing for a year. I have a news network that's going to be released. This is going to be coming out sometime soon. And this stuff is all it's all happening. So I think there is a level of patience that has to be exercised with this with this whole process. To me. And I've been trying to, I'm just as impatient as you guys. I'm not, I've got my side conversations where I'm flipping out about one thing or another, and I'm like, nah, man, I put too much work in this mother, but at the same time, like, I got to remember, chill out, Frank. There's more to come type thing, I'm trying to find out.
It's funny though that we spent 4 months since the launch, but yet, man, it feels like it's been over a year.
How did I lose you?
Like working on this stuff. It's so weird that like that's how we all feel. I wonder what about feels like that. Like
quarantine.
I think it's because quarantine is one of the things. I think it's because we're working. I've been thinking about because for the crypto avatar stuff, I've been thinking about this for 10 months. I feel like this idea has been with me forever, right? But this is, I think we're working on something like, very edge, and we're always finding some troubles and a lot of troubles on the way. So the time feels longer that it needs to be filled. So maybe a week.
Yeah,
feels like 3 weeks.
Literally, we talk about this every roundtable. We talk about this. Like, feel like I ain't seen you guys in a month. It's so much happens in a short amount of time with us, and on top of that, we're in the crypto world, and a lot happens.
Yeah,
in the crypto
exactly.
World.
You wake up one day and you say, "This see this news like, oh shit, the FI is doing something shit. You know,
Seriously.
you wake up the next morning, oh shit, these other guys, PayPal is now going to crypto. What the fuck? You know,
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So many things that are happening right now, and so fast, and so much, news and are going on that I think that's one of the main reasons it feels like
there was a time when
Also-
we were sitting here, we would talk about other things besides just things that are going on Decentraland, and now we have no time for that. We have like an hour and a half, and we're talking about Decentraland things because it's everything's happening. I want to definitely welcome Logan onto the panel. Logan, can you hear us?
Yeah, I've been listening, man. How are y'all doing?
What's happening?
Hello.
Everything's good. So yeah, this
Man,
is super laid back, man. So feel free to just jump in and talk whenever you want.
Yeah, it's really, it was a humbling experience to be surrounded by all the other artists and everybody that's bringing their content to the realm.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm really looking forward to is the way that people are going to work them into their scenes, into their games.
Yeah.
So, especially Sebastian, he built up with Ross Digitables. So it's cool to see all the community artists and listening to what you were saying about how we are unfortunately relying on one core team who's working their asses off and making sure that this is a persistent world for all of us. Grateful to them, and the opportunities that we can do as community developers could even be seen as greater. Right, we're bringing the content, the creation, ushering in all of these people. Just humbled by everybody. So thank you so much for including us into this wild world that we're building.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we appreciate you guys being involved with the space because I know you guys have a big voice in the space. That's why I was talking. You weren't here earlier, but I was talking about how I've been collecting Steve's art. Because I just believe in you and what the both of what you guys have going on in the space as opposed to like necessarily just like in Decentraland.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Steve is definitely one of those guys that really everybody just kind of crowds around him, and it's awesome to see when we were going to conferences in real life. Just a really ultra-friendly guy, and someone you can just have a conversation with about the industry, about life in general.
Yep.
And we're lucky to have him as our CEO.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. It's been a wild week. I don't know if you guys got a chance to look at what I have up on the screen here. Ranil made this crypto art piece.
Got one of these.
Did you? Oh shit! Immortalizing what we did the other day, which is super cool that people are, looking out toward the platforms in that way. So it's like again, this goes to show what ToxSam was just talking about, how like a week, what happens in a week is like monumental. Almost every single week, it's like, oh my god, like this next big thing and the next big thing. Like we could never sit here for an hour and a half and talk crypto because then we wouldn't talk about anything else. You know what I'm saying? So we had to like talk about our own space because our own space is that it's got that much going on, and that's the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely way more interesting than finance and crypto and shit like that.
Yeah, it's so funny. we was on a panel with a bunch of actually
The DeFi guys.
Yeah, the DeFi. There you go. It was, oh my god! It was like I was
actually so hyped and excited to talk
you were
about
like,
DeFi.
you were like, hell no, man! Like we talk
Like,
DeFi
this
all the
shit
time.
sucks.
Like, what's up with you guys? What do you guys got going on? And we're like, I don't know. We like to play. We have these games, and we're doing Moonshot soon, and they were so much more interested in that because we joked about it during Moonshot. I'm like, this is like watching your investment play soccer. You know what I'm saying? And like instead of like watching the chart go up and down. So it's like it was fun, and it is fun to do what we do. So it's cool, man. I literally can't even complain.
Yeah, it was funny though. It's like, hey man, I want to talk about the 2% gains that you're getting in right now. It was like 2%. Let's talk about soccer.
For real, that was funny as hell because they were definitely like that. They were just like, yeah, nah, man, we do this too much all day. We can talk about like money basically all day, You know, the guy Enzo, he had been involved with like regular markets for forever, you know, and he was just like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I just keep checking in on this. This thing closes in 3 hours and 36 minutes. I keep checking in to see what the price, see if anything goes crazy.
$7,400, man.
Yeah, man.
That's the one of one.
Yeah.
The price of that bid has gone up just with ETH too.
With ETH,
so,
yeah, we were joking about that earlier.
I don't know if I don't think the 87-year-old Jose Delbo plans on keeping the ETH. He's probably going to liquidate that to US dollars. So for him, I mean, his stuff's going up every time he probably checks it.
Yeah.
Which,
yeah.
He put out a really nice thank you video on Twitter.
Did he already put that out? Oh, I'm checking that.
Yeah. It was really nice to hear his voice. It sounded like because I think they're Argentinian, right?
Yeah.
So it sounded kind of like what I expected 87-year-old Jose Delbo to sound like. But it was really nice to see and hear him thank the community and everyone that was rallying behind him. It was pretty cool.
Is that on Clark Kent's?
It's from Jose Delbo's actual Twitter account.
Oh, where is it? I'm not seeing it.
I want to ask Clark how much if his grandpa's figured out Twitter yet, or if that's still Clark pushing those tweets out.
I got to imagine it's Clark. I would probably bet my money on it being Clark. Hold on, I'm gonna get the audio in here. I'm gonna.
Yeah, go for it.
There we go.
Yeah, I wanna hear Clark's explanation of crypto to this gentleman.
Thank you so much for the interest in my artwork. You know, I'm trying very hard to do my best. And for the all promoters, I would like to thank you guys for all the great work you're doing. Again, thank you.
Nice.
That's amazing, man.
That's crazy.
I was like encouraging Clark the other day. I said, man, you gotta get him on video and just have him address the crowd, you know, because we're all like pulling for him, you know. So it's like.
Can you retweet that, Franky, so I can?
Absolutely,
I can retweet.
yeah. I'll retweet that right now.
All right, boys, we got about 5 minutes left. Any other things going on this coming week?
Well, Thursday I'm releasing the artwork with Open NFT. That's gonna be on Dap World. Me and Alegria, we do our show every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. UTC, and it's similar to this, and maybe a little bit more low key. We just hang out with the guys from Gamers Hub and talk about anything that's going on of the moment. You know, kind of a little bit broader, you know, topics and stuff. But so yeah, we'll be releasing that on that day, and then I don't know. I can't remember right now off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's gonna be other stuff going on as well.
I think Digitibles is releasing like a updated build. I think they're coming out with like a brand new build.
Right, yeah.
Either the first week of August or the second week of August. So we still got a little bit. Logan just said his phone died, or else I'd throw it to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
So yeah, I think it's.
Is that going to be on the events page?
I'm not sure. If they don't plan on it, then I'll definitely make sure they put something up there, because we got a business conference right around it, and we're gonna try and have because we got game credits on this business conference coming up. So hopefully the Digitibles building is up and running by then, and we'll host a little after party or something there for the release.
Oh, cool. All right, yeah, and again, there's the business conference on Thursday with Matty, and that'll be at 3 p.m. UTC, and we're doing that. So.
Yeah, is that the Engine one?
That's Engine, yeah, Engine and Crypto Stash, yeah. That guy's been pretty cool.
I want to go to that one. Seems like really interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty important. Engine
that
has a lot of implications, I think.
Yeah, that tweet blew up, man. That tweet had like 50 some retweets on it with crypto stashes.
Yeah, he seems to have a good presence on the Twits. So that's pretty cool, man. He's been really nice to me so far, like within the chats that we've been in, so it's been cool, man.
Maybe we'll have some updates. We're working on a new Tom Chaser building.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty much the same building that we've been using before, but with new maze inside.
A new maze? Okay.
Yes, that's the thing. We're looking for ways to reuse the buildings and try to modify the insides more often, so we can have like a new maze every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks or something like that. So we can run another weekend season or a week season or something like that. So we have already the place done. We also may update biking gym. We added a new mechanic into the game, and we will be also releasing a new game called Mail Shorter, which is going to be a one-land game where you will be able to short out mails.
Hold on, what?
Yes. So how to explain this? It's an easy game where you have some kind of boxes in front of you, and you get these shapes, and you have to choose where to throw your cards into the correct box, depending on the shape that you get.
It's like that sandwich builder game on like mobile phones and stuff.
Not sure. It's Mail Shorter. Imagine you're a guy working on a bureaucracy building, and you have this huge pile of mail that you just got in front of you, and you have to short it in different boxes depending on the shape of the print you have.
Oh, interesting.
So it's it's just that. It's about clicking in the right time and in the right order. It's something we have been working for. It's been done for a long time, but we want to maybe deploy this week or the next week. We are not sure about that yet, but
yes, put that on the events page too, so we can all.
Yes, that's not on the event page because how to say it? We are in the summer mode now. Some of the team is taking a break. I'm extremely busy with changing offices, and I'm joining. Also, it's so hot that it's difficult to think sometimes.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
So I'm missing out of stuff. So that's the main reason we wanna delay it a bit, because we know it's ready, we know it works, but we haven't said anything. We haven't done any promotion or any, This is the first time anyone is hearing about this game, I think. So.
Is that going to be in the neighborhood, or are you going to put that somewhere else?
Yes. The biking gym is going to be in the neighborhood. I'm still deciding if the thing is, we have some kind of scarce land in the south of the central land for contest.
Okay.
We are doing...
Yep.
And we are doing some testing over there, so if you want to go there, I'm not sure the exact place, but the game is already there, so you can already play it.
That's a big area, man. I'm not gonna walk around that whole area trying to find your game. But, anywhere in the southeast is around there somewhere. Find it.
Yes, exactly. But
I want an alien head if I find it.
It's somewhere around the central end.
From now on, I'm just gonna, every time I talk to you, Danny, I'm gonna be like, I want an alien head if I whatever you say.
Oh yeah, Daniel. Before we leave, do you have a hunch of what you guys are going to do with your wearables?
Yes. The alien head is going to be for prize only. That's 100% decided. That's going to be for winners for prizes. That's the only way you are going to be able to pick them. For the other heads, like the other funny heads, we are not sure. Maybe we will sell them. And for the coat and the trousers, we know that for sure we're going to deploy a store in the central end. I already have like the logo design and the store made. We made this place like back in February or something like that, because we were so hyped. We thought that we would be able to mint and sell the stuff right away when the central launch. So I went to my team and I said, we need to have this building done right now. And it's been keeping dust in our hard drive for a long
blow
time.
off the dust, and it's time. It's time to
the
deploy.
team is like, are you ready? You're ready for it now. now. After all this time, now you're ready for it? Cool. Because we rushed in February to make that. We rushed.
I mean, it's not a problem, but
no, of course,
it had to be done eventually. Sometimes I say that we have done stuff, and thank God we did it back in there, because now we can just deploy it and then forget about it rather than making it again. So we know that we will sell them, but we kind of want to do something with them, like I'm not sure what, maybe like some kind of membership or some kind of you know,
he had spoke about
cool,
that, doing
sending cool stuff to people who owns jackets or own the stuff with our logo. That would be great. Like, you know, you're supporting our studio, you're promoting our brand, so maybe you get something like, you know, discounts for our platform, or you know, you get NFTs that can be turned into other wearables. You know, I don't know, maybe we still want to like play with it, because you know the jackets look like really like cult, like some kind of cult, and people around it with it. It was really fun. So let's see. I'm not sure, but we know they will have something in place. We know that we will be selling them. We will be selling them slowly. We are not going to go just here the 60 pack. It's going to be maybe 10, or maybe, you know, not just right away go and sell them, because I'm not sure if we are going to get another license. So I prefer to just spread out, you know.
No, it makes 100% sense.
And that's pretty much what we think about. It's not, at least for our stock. I'm not sure what other people are going to do with them.
Yeah. How about you, Digitable? Logan, right?
Logan.
Yeah.
I think Anorak.
Anorak had spoke about what he had going on.
Okay. I might have been DC'd or something.
Oh, possibly.
I missed it.
What's up with you guys?
Yeah, I switched over. So for ours, and can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, well, now you're quiet.
Yeah, can hear you.
You guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh no! Every time.
Mouse.
Yeah, no,
we had you just a minute ago.
Yeah, so for our stock, we're going to continue to have the...
Oh, God.
We're going to continue to have the Headspace campaign run with our clothing line.
Yep.
So as people buy from the Headspace, we're going to continue to scale up this deliverable of either a redemption code or the NFT or a wallet containing the NFT. And as we scale, we really just want to have that fulfillment be brought into perspective from being in Decentraland as like you're in the store and going to selling you something that gets to your house.
Right.
Once we can really manifest that, then we're going to try to mimic this process with other brands, you know, different artists and community artists, because we hire them first. We're really focused on building the community in a way that it's a self-supporting economy, and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of people, and we're all working on this together. So again, just humbled by everybody here, and thank you for the time.
Definitely. And Logan, just before you go, you had mentioned working with Cabo, right? Oh man, I don't think I got him no more.
Can't hear you, Logan.
Yeah, but I think he had spoke about possibly working with Cabo on the next round. Cabo, if you guys haven't seen his work.
So we are in talks with different artists in the space, mainly on Twitter. Cabo has ultimately the decision between himself.
I think we lost you again.
He's getting some sort of huge lag, he says. He's in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
He got the Caribbean
definitely follow them on Twitter though. That's always the place to go to get like the most up to date info for anybody's project, really.
Yeah, for sure.
What
I was gonna say about Cabo made the Bitcoin glasses, and so I've kind of been like back and forth
really?
messages with him back in the day. And he has a pair of shoes that he has animated. They're like animated textures and shit. It's just dope.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah,
he's got good designs.
Yeah,
for sure.
Let's see what's up.
Well, I was just gonna say for us, the only thing I'll say is the last day for the Ethermon hunt is tomorrow, and I think tomorrow at 8 p.m. UTC. I think that's the last day. So just continue finding those pineapples, and you'll be entered for a chance to win one of the new Ethermon.
I found a pineapple.
There is talks of like expanding the winner pool. But that hasn't been confirmed yet, so we'll find out.
I found a single pineapple the other day right here outside of my place.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
right here.
You got 50% chance to stumble onto one. So there's a couple of landowners out there with multiple garden beds. So you definitely look for those guys first. If somebody actually created like a doc, like a Word doc with all the locations and like. I forgot. I think his name's Flowbot. So find him on Twitter.
The only thing for me
Google
is,
Doc.
the only thing is that like they take like not the. I feel like there should be maybe a little bit more of a freemium style to it. Like right now, I'm kind of all like, I can't get anything else. You know, like I'd have to buy it. I'm not saying I wouldn't buy anything, but I'm saying like, I don't know. I feel like there should be maybe some sort of
the game is free to play, so it's not complete yet, but after a little while they're going to implement free foods that you randomly find in all the different locations. Just like, so we're prepping everybody for the style of the game by finding all the pineapples.
It's all about world exploration, right? It's kind of like a very MMO RPG feel to it. Like
that's going to be the game. So that will give you the progression free to play, and if you want to progress faster, then you just buy the food. But then once we start adding different capabilities to the game, you're going to have like a dig ability, so you'll have chance to find all kinds of items as well as food for free. But you're spending the energy of the Ethermon, so then the Ethermon eventually has to go to sleep. So then you have to like make life decisions, right? Go to sleep or go find dig, all this stuff. So it's going to be a much bigger game. We're just like, it's the whole funding thing that we're talking about earlier, is that we gotta have to do step by step, because otherwise, if we were like, one of those fully funded, companies, we'd launch the whole game all at once. But you have to do what you have to do, I guess.
And I think that's all we got. we got Corona Zombies in development. I'm pretty sure here in the coming weeks we're gonna be looking for like beta testers, or probably call them alpha testers. Really, like it's so early in the development stage of this game. We're trying to figure out how to get multiplayer working and everything seamlessly. So we're gonna need people to hop on the sticks with us.
We'll have to figure out what to do with our 3D models, because we're not 3D modelers, but we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah.
All right, well,
that's
you
it.
can figure something out, I don't know everything, but I know a little bit. All right, guys. It's a pleasure always. Like as always, thanks for everybody that came out. Tour and MK, man, you guys are always supportive. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, we'll be back next week, same time, same place. Yeah.
All right.
All right, thanks everybody. Yeah, thanks for coming out, guys. Much appreciated.
Bye-bye.